Class 3, Part 3, Painter's Palette, Color and Light. So first part was a short introduction to value keys, just a quick couple of examples. Part 2 was doing a demo. I just did black and white acrylic paints. And next week, I will be bringing in color keys and temperature keys. And so now we're going to take a 20 minutes, 30 minutes to look at some of the homework or what you guys have been working on this week. So I'm just going to go ahead and spotlight myself. And let's do share and check out our Padlet. And again, 3, 2, 1. Padlet should appear.
There it is.
Magic.
Perfect. All right. You know what's so funny is when I posted the video, now I see the dog and the squirrel. I never ever saw it until it was like a little thumbnail. So,
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, I would like to thank Nyla for sending the mushrooms through the mail. That took a while to get here, but they really were, they worked.
They helped.
So, yeah, well, it helped me to see it. Artist inspiration, Lisa shared what looks like a beautiful abstracted painting. I haven't seen this yet, so tell us a little bit, Lisa, about why you shared this. Is Lisa here still? Yep. Was it the quote or was it the painting?
Yes.
Yes.
It was both. I mean, at first I was really taken by the painting and just how much it reminded me of what we've been talking about with the edges and the transitions and the key and all of that. And then I saw the quote and I was like, oh, well, that's pretty cool too. So
yeah, both of them. I mean, to make art is to be human. And art is what humans do when they need to survive their own feelings. Yeah.
Beautifully.
I hope Cheryl doesn't get upset, but Cheryl and I emailed each other that, you know, with things going on in the world, that it's been a little difficult to be creative and to paint.
Yeah.
And you know, when things get heavy, sometimes I just don't paint, or if painting feels really hard, and other times it's my only escape.
yeah.
And I don't know how to make it predictable. But Wednesday, last week after class, I had to write to my cousin whose brother and 2 children were killed in a car accident a couple of years ago. And it's the anniversary of that. And I was with him when he found out. And his only brother, his only sibling, and his only his kids, only niece and nephew. And it was such a crazy thing because I was helping them move, and then all of a sudden they had to just leave. Right, they had to leave their home to go to the funeral, to be back in Mississippi wherever all this happened. And then, you know, his brother had married one of their best friends, so she was still alive, and all, you know, on and on and on it went. And anyways, that night I got home about midnight, couldn't sleep, so I came into the studio and just pulled I think a 4 foot by 5 foot, 4 foot by 6 foot canvas. And I don't know if you guys know who Franz Klein is.
Yes.
He paints just big, bold, black and white, abstract, very structural paintings. But I just basically, I mean, it's an expensive canvas, so I just wasted it. But I just pulled out black and white paint and attacked it. And, you know, at 3 a.m, I finally was able to go to sleep. Next morning, woke up and started painting into it again, even though I had commissions and other projects, a gallery show coming up, and I just couldn't do it. And I just kept attacking it. And it felt like the most angry, kind of disgusting paintings I'd ever done. And that first day, I was literally thinking about my poor cousin, Josh, and, you know, this horrible loss. And the next day, I pulled out the painting again and just kept working on it. And that day, I was thinking about the spouse, you know, his beautiful wife, and how she just lost everything. And the next day, I started thinking about the guy who caused the accident, the driver who, you know, and how his life, and he has kids, and on it went. And they had the funeral within a week, and they had 3 different funerals. They had one major one, but this is a little tiny 2 towns in Mississippi, and I don't know how towns work, but I think together they equal one. He was on the fire department and police force. That's how small the towns are up there.
Yeah.
And they ended up for the funeral blocking off all the streets, and it was a parade of everybody in the town, the church, the everything. He was also a pastor.
Wow.
And that day, so day 5, 6, day 7, after I'd started this painting, my cousin and I were talking. He's like, I'm just standing on the side of the road. I'll get into the car here at this point. And he's just like, everybody's out. Like, they've closed everything down. It's the most beautiful thing. And on that day, my painting had become 3 days before had become a seascape, but very moody, very waves and big rocks. And by the next day, I found an opening through the rocks, and I cleared it out. And that day of the funeral, I all of a sudden found sunlight in the painting.
Oh, that's
And
wonderful.
yeah, let me see if I can.
Is that It Comes in Waves?
Yeah, my painting, It Comes in Waves, and it's I didn't know what to do with it. My wife and I talked about keeping it, but it's huge and it's very sad for us. So I ended up offering it to my gallery and told the gallery not to tell anybody the story. But I was able to make prints of it for the family. And nobody else really wanted this 4 foot by 6 foot painting that was so yeah. Maybe I'll just post it. I think I could take too long trying to find it. But I had never had that. Never in my whole life had I had where something so daunting and just something like, it was always horrible, right? You're thinking about this person, you're thinking about that person, you're thinking about the next person. And then you kind of forget, and all of a sudden you're just painting a pretty painting. And then all of a sudden you just go, oh my gosh, I'll never see these kids again or whatever. And so yeah, we named the painting It Comes in Waves because that's how it felt. Wow. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to post it to you guys. But anyways, that was a long detour in that it's weird to have that for us. Like, sometimes the last thing we want to do is create, and other times the only thing we want to do is create, and other times you don't even know what you're making. You're just by yourself in a studio and things happen. And I got lucky, the painting turned out, I think it's one of my better paintings of all time. But yeah, anyways, I'm glad we have art.
Yes.
True.
And writers have poetry, writers have musicians have the keyboards, and and then when you're Graham, you have all three. And so anyways, yeah, we're lucky. And there's times where you just go, okay, what does it even mean? Like, what does it mean to create, like in dark times and everything else? But if we can help others to remember a little bit about the beauty that's out there, or the light that does shine through the clouds, or the path through the rocks, I think it's helpful for us and helpful for others. So anyway, sorry, I'm choking up a little bit. Darn you, Cheryl. Darn you, Lisa.
Go down to below that one.
Okay.
There.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
That's those clouds. That's not adjusted or anything.
Wow.
And if the sunset was in the other direction.
Wow.
All right. Perfect reminder, right? Is things can be going badly. And, Cheryl and I have been talking about how things are a little bit uncomfortable and you took a photo out your window and saw this and your beautiful jars and bottles and everything else. So
that
perfect.
Makes a great painting.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cheryl shared another one earlier.
It's down a little ways, not very far.
Okay, let's see.
Well, I didn't think it was down very far. There.
Oh, yeah.
This one's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. That's amazing.
Almost
Those are
amazing.
white houses, by the way, or really light colored
Wow.
houses.
Wow.
It's gorgeous.
Very nice.
Those should be posters.
Yeah, something,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Now this one especially is so good.
Mhm.
All right. The handout for this week, questions for class. So John McDonald is an artist that I very much love his work and also his teaching style. And I kind of joke that I love John McDonald's teaching style and the language he uses because it's exactly like he just says what I say, but smarter. And yeah, so I feel like we'd be really good friends if we lived on the same side of the country. Anyways, wonderful.
Do you get his newsletter?
Not anymore. I thought he retired.
Oh, no, it's still coming. Doesn't come every month all the time, but
Okay. Yeah, I know he's not doing classes and workshops anymore, which made me sad because I never got to take one
Yeah.
with him. But
got a
anyways,
couple
here's
of
the
online.
references. Turn to black and whites, color version. If you can help yourself, don't color them up too much. We're going to work on that so you can pick one or both or whatever design you would like. Here was an example that I pulled from another class where I did a similar thing, where it's just the black and whites, acrylics. This was the same design, same image, just one I did as a horizontal, one I did as a vertical, just to show you guys different ways of thinking about it. Yeah. So when it's small, Alicia,
Yeah.
I love this painting.
That's beautiful.
Mhm.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
So
When
tiny.
it gets big, it gets a little simpler and some interesting stripes and stuff.
Yeah.
But like your general idea of this is really sound. And again, we have kind of an even mix in this class of people who like abstract, people who don't like abstract. And I grew up in a barn in the middle of nowhere in a town of less than 100 people and did not grow up liking abstract. And it's only been in the last like 5-10 years that I really starting to respect it and understand it. If anybody ever understands abstract art.
Yeah.
But,
I don't understand it. So.
but really nice. I love what you're doing with like these little fine lines and these big shapes and these strong colors. And yeah, anyways, I definitely wanted to make sure we got a chance to talk about this.
How big
Because,
is that painting?
Pardon me?
How big is that painting?
It's very small. It's like
Oh,
it's like on a 9x12.
okay.
Just
Okay. Yeah,
paper.
I would have guessed an 8x10. Yeah, just
Well,
you can
probably with the
sometimes
tape,
tell
it's
by the
closer to that.
texture.
What's that?
You can sometimes tell by the texture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a small one and it was just I just was feeling it was out of a feeling. It wasn't I was in my happy place at the beach and that's what happened. So
Yeah, and what I love is like you can tell this yellow is a single brush stroke. You can tell this green is one brush stroke sideways pulled up. Like there's these really neat marks that you were just brave enough to leave alone.
yeah, I know.
And that is not easy. I think that's what messes why I'm not a abstract painter is because I'm just not brave enough. I just
Me too.
Yeah,
want to keep correcting a thing.
it's very hard for me. And
Yeah,
this
I love
painting
it.
was an example of that for me. Because usually I end up washing it and brushing it and wiping it off. And so this one, I'm like,
Right.
I was really concentrating on trying not to do that, which I succeeded in some parts, but not completely. So, overall, I was really happy with it. I like the
Right.
feeling of it, but
Are you into like Zen or meditation at all?
I do like to meditate a little bit and into that.
Mhm.
So,
I can see that. Like
oh, that's cool.
in this brush stroke right here. Like one of my favorite, I don't know, I haven't seen them in a while, but for a while, YouTube was feeding me videos of Japanese masters with their one big brush and painting like a circle. And they were never good circles. They were always just kind of amazingly incorrect circles. And just watching their brush just move, and I can see that in this yellow, I can see it here in the green, and then over here in this gray blue, and you get this interesting little mark. And it's not a thing you really can teach besides like trust yourself, but how do you put down a mark and leave it? And I'm asking if any of you know.
No,
I have no idea.
I couldn't.
I don't know. So I just had to do it and like just look away. Like, okay, I'm done with that. Just leave it. And I was feeling painting with emotion, but then I was conscious of trying to do that and just give it a minute. Like, okay, paint it and then just stop for a second and let it live there and look at it from far away and go, oh, okay, that looks
There's
cool. Even
something
though that
there,
felt like a
right.
super bold mark, I liked it. Like you
I
said,
like
when
the
when it's
boldness of your
small,
marks.
I really love it, but yeah, that's I'm certainly not a master of the strong mark yet, but I'm trying.
I
Yeah,
like
no,
that
and I don't think
battleship on the left.
I don't know. I don't see it.
I see it. I see
Aircraft carrier, it's a long, flat.
the big waves.
Yep.
absolutely.
Lisa. And that's what's great about abstract art is you can see, everybody can see something
See
different.
something different.
Right.
Yeah.
And like
One of the
I don't always know what
Yeah.
it's going to turn out as. I just
You
a lot
just
of times just start and then something comes out of it and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go with whatever that feels like. So
Yeah, I did a class 2 years ago on brushwork, and I split a big canvas into 4 or 6 pieces and did these little micro paintings, and they were all like 5-10 minutes long. And whenever I like see that little series, I'm like, God, these are some of the best brush strokes I ever made. And yeah, being willing to just do it, leave it, trust it, but at the same time, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So yeah,
One of
very
the
much
things-
appreciate your sharing this. Yeah, I think
One
you're
of the
onto
things-
something.
One of the things I really like about this is the light. I think those special brush strokes really, to me, are just capturing light and where it's going and coming from it. But I also feel like it's that quote Michael was talking about earlier about if you're having fun, I'm misquoting probably, but if you're having fun and enjoying it, it translates to your painting.
Yeah.
And I looked at this and I just felt delighted. Like I felt like you were really free and that there was a real peace, but a whimsy or like a freedom to be fun and freedom to just, I don't know, to
And
having
it's
like
funny, like we want the whole painting to be fun, but I feel the joy in like 3 brush strokes.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, because it's a big departure from what I've been showing you and everything else. So appreciate you
Very
sharing that.
beautiful.
Yeah. All right. Beverly, Drew, and I wasn't going to spend time with everybody, so we'll kind of
No.
skim across. So I apologize.
Well,
But this is a great underpainting. I think you saw what I was doing and just bringing back some of the lights and the darks. And I know you
Yeah.
want to say stuff and downplay it, but there's a lot of good shapes and motion and different things going on.
I'm sorry, I did very, very little this week. It's been a chaotic week, so I'm hoping that I can do better next week.
No. This is perfect. I mean, literally, this is the painting we're working on. So way to be ahead of the class. Okay, I'm gonna just keep skimming across. If anybody sees something they really want to talk about, but I do want to stop with this one.
That is beautiful.
Wow.
Yes, I love that.
So
That was-
Darlene, this is a photo that
Yeah,
I
that was
submitted.
from one of your references, and one of the things I really learned on this was last summer I had made some birch panels. It will never happen again. Because first of all, they're not 100% square, which is very important. You can buy them cheaper. So I don't know if anyone has attempted to make their own, but
No.
I would buy them. I would strongly recommend buying them.
Good to know.
It was a learning experience, and I've never painted on birch before, and so that was different too. I didn't exactly know what to expect. I'm usually painting on, canvas that's got a lot of gesso on it. This birch had gesso on it, but it is different than painting on canvas for sure. And it takes a long time to dry. That was one
Yeah,
of the
because
things I
it's not
noticed.
drying from the back like a
Yeah,
canvas does.
exactly.
Canvas dries from
So-
both sides. Yeah.
Oh,
I wanted to stop here. It's the same like I just said about Alicia's painting, is when it's small, a thumbnail here, boy, does it read. Like that is so nice. Your lights, your darks. When it gets bigger, it gets a little wishy-washy with what's warm, what's cool, where's the light source, but it's really nice. And again, you kept it abstract. And please, everybody, do not think that I want you guys to become abstract painters if that's not your thing. But I'm just, there's a beautiful abstract nature to this as the light's moving across. So anyways, wonderfully done. Beautiful colors. I apologize that we're already over time and I have to kind of skim through these, but nice job. That was one I was excited when you posted it. And Diane Lewis, this is going to be something fun and glowy and dynamic.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Dawn as well. Dawn, you're so good about posting the different steps and different stages and comics. look, Nyla, what you made us do.
Yep. You recognize the squirrel from your photo.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Eloise, so make sure you get over here, sharing pictures from Japan. Boy, she has
Oh,
I remember being young.
Yeah. So much.
All right.
Oh,
Gail.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. It's just, I
Okay.
just started it.
That's
So
beautiful.
it has a lot of work yet.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
Yeah.
Beautiful.
not sure I like the yellow shape. I think it needs to arc more or something.
Mm,
No, no.
Looks
I've got a lot of
wonderful
work to do on the
tonight.
trees. Michael's thinking.
Right. No, I
Joey
hate it.
means I'm in trouble.
Yes, I agree. I think it is wonderful. I think it would make a great black and white, but what I think what you're lacking right now is the warms, the cools, and a bit of pretty shapes.
Yeah, that was just the mid-tone.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
just-
exactly. So I'm
That's just
I'm
the
ready
mid-tone
to see the
to knock it
next.
out.
Yeah, I do like a lot of what's going on here. It's tough. Like when you do something like this, oh man, if you don't do this, you don't get an A in class.
Yeah, we kind of
It's
expect
every
that.
time.
Yeah.
So yeah, and this is about warms and cools, lights and
Mhm.
darks. And right now what you've got is your big shapes, but you're missing your warms and cools. You got warms and they're kind of scattershot. So
Yes.
again, if you guys can see over my shoulder, but everything in this is warm, this big, huge, painting. And that's the next thing, is bringing in the cools, the grays, the blues. And
Yeah, I just
yeah,
forgot.
I know Gail knows that. So I know when I look at Gail's paintings that it's an in between. And
That's
so yeah,
early stage.
I thank you for sharing it. I think we all learn and grow by seeing the steps. So I can't wait to see how it goes.
Thank you.
Graham went ahead and jumped
Wow.
ahead of
That
class.
is amazing.
Wow. Okay, go
I
away.
think we have to do a quick vote.
Yeah.
Let's
I think-
not be nice to Graham every time.
I think we vote him out of class.
Yeah, we don't like this. What is this crap?
Exactly.
Where's the chip brush?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you sharing this because this is again a really good example of lights, darks, values. I think you and
Perspective.
Don should be good friends because this is the kind of stuff Don's been working on lately with his little drawings and stuff. And yeah, this is such a neat example of lights and darks and design. And it's so funny because I mean, I look at this and I'm like, it could be any color. The sky could be blue, the sky could be pink, the sky could
That
be
could be
yellow.
fluorescent.
And okay. Real quick. I'm just going to name off colors. You guys are going to look at this painting and just think about a purple, cool purple top down to a kind of a warm pinky purple down towards the bottom of the sky. Grass is being affected by that, right? Okay, now I'm going to go turquoise, dark blue towards the top, coming down towards a pale green with a yellow light across, right? Now I want to do, what if it's all just red? Just lights and darks with cool reds to warm reds, right? Now let's go gold, right? None of those don't work.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because the values are so strong.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. It can be spring, it can be fall. As long as your design and your values hold true,
So
you're halfway there.
what do you think about the telephone pole at the end of the road in the middle?
It's the focal point.
Yeah, I'm
Always
thinking.
look on the bright side of life. I don't know if anybody knows what that's from.
Yeah,
I
I love
do.
it.
Yeah, a little blasphemy there for you guys.
I love that song.
Yeah, it is interesting.
To
and
be honest, I noticed that too.
Yeah, definitely. It would have to be value-wise lighter.
Yes.
Mhm.
I think if it
It's
was
all-
lighter, then it wouldn't catch your eye so much.
Yeah.
It's
And have
also a
one
bit
inch to the left.
chunky because
Yeah, and it is dead
Well, I
almost
think for
center,
me,
right?
it's also the distance. Yeah, but it's also the distance. If you look how close the poles on the left are,
Yes.
and then there isn't a pole for a long time, and suddenly this one appears, but I don't know.
that's
No
called
in
It
between.
artistic
seems like
license.
it goes around a bend,
Probably in
and
a
you're
photograph.
either
it looks
missing
just
one or
like
that one would be further to the left.
Maybe his poles on the left are
But
going
that's really,
around
really
that
picky
corner
because
behind the trees.
Yeah,
and the
that
one
makes
that's sitting on
sense.
the right
Yeah.
is beginning of some more poles that are going to be
Mhm.
going on the right side.
Uh-huh.
The one thing that baffles me slightly, he's got these wonderful shadows from the poles, but
Yeah.
there's no shadow from the trees on the right.
I was wondering
On
if
the
anybody
left,
was going to
rather.
catch
There's a
that.
good point. Yes.
But then, would you see
And
the
it would-
poles of the trees?
But
The
You want to
shadows?
see pole shadows.
all that
This
said,
is
it's
awfully
still
mean, isn't
exquisite.
it? Because it's a lovely picture, but
Yeah.
Sandy
Yeah.
is love hating all of this. I can see your face going, oh yeah, how did I not see that? That was going to be something I would definitely have talked about, is if these skinny posters sending out these shadows,
Right.
why is this not sending out any shadow at all?
it's magic.
Magic. Definitely.
If it did that, then you couldn't have those nice shadows on the road.
I
Exactly.
know.
It's an image of trees. They're not
Exactly.
real. They're just an image.
Yeah. So yeah, it has issues. It was gorgeous for the first 30 seconds we looked at it, and now we hate it.
Throw it away.
Well, we weren't going to be nice to him today.
Throw it away. Give it.
Oh, yeah,
give
yeah,
it to
yeah,
me.
okay.
Yeah, there's
Um, Yeah, great design. What I would do, and you are a fan of Ramona Youngquist as I am, is look at what she's doing with these big shapes. So all you have to do is bring a cast shadow from the tree across, which can be really great because that way we'll get top light on this tree. And then what you would do is take the light on the road and lighten it besides where it's beside the tree. And that has to get a little bit darker.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's acrylic. It'd be easy to change.
That is acrylic.
Right.
Yes, this is black and white acrylic.
Yeah, nicely played.
Thanks.
Gorgeous.
Definitely some thoughts. Like, yeah, this right in the middle becomes the focal point.
Between that.
Right. And if you were trying to tell us like a story about, religion and landscapes and everything else, like that's what it feels like. It feels very purposeful, as almost cross-like. Which can be, meaningful and powerful to the right, in the right situation. But yes, it becomes the focal point. Like in the very initial concept, I'm looking at these stripes, I'm looking at the lights, the darks. You did such a nice job. But as we break it down, we're like, okay, why is this tree not casting a shadow? And why is this so much the focal point?
If that were lighter, it wouldn't be such a focal point for you.
Also not centered.
Not centered.
Bring it to one side or the other.
Yeah, I can see that. That might be good. Moving it to the left.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So
One tree to the left.
what we're doing here, and this I'm spending more time on Graham's painting, but is all lines point to this
Vanishing point.
Every line besides these shadows points us right to here. So you're just literally screaming,
look here.
Look here. But you don't even know why we need to look there.
That's true.
Would we miss it if it weren't there? Would we just travel into the distance and then move around?
No, it needs something there. Something.
Moving it to the left would really help.
I think so. Too, yeah.
Yeah.
So it feels like it's going in a
That would
line.
be great.
You maybe could add two of them. So it really just rolls back into space. And if you added two, one sky hole's good, 2,000 sky holes is better. If you added two posts, then you could literally have the sky post, the electrical poles rolling back. Like you don't even need to erase this one if you just add another one in between and then another one over here.
Yeah. It's really hard to make those poles unless I have a pen or something. This is only an 8x8.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
looks huge.
I think
you can do it because you have tiny brushes. Just use a liner brush.
Tiny brushes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Love the
That's
soft
very
brush
pretty.
work and
Oh,
broken
man,
edges.
great.
Very gestural.
Those are beautiful.
Hey, I recognize this
Oh,
place.
Is this watercolor?
Love the colors.
it's all acrylic.
yeah.
It's acrylic. Oh, wow.
It's acrylic week.
WEEK, not WEAK. Yeah, it's really nice. I mean, it's fun to scroll through them that quickly. Is because you're treating your acrylics in this painting like a watercolor. I can see the water literally in it, which is not a bad thing or a good thing. And that's the cool thing about acrylics is you can treat them like an oil or like a watercolor. What I'm going to ask for you to do in the next week is to look at a little bit about depth. So bigger to smaller versus the same will allow this to fall back into space and feel like a bigger swish, more movement, if that makes sense.
Yeah, design was design was not at the forefront of these, so
No, yeah, exactly. And the same thing here. It gets big to small back to big. And that can happen definitely like in marshlands and wetlands and everything else where, but we, having just looked at these for a while, know that they go from big, like this water, the lights could come all the way down to here and then it will flow back. Right now, what it does, and this is always a difficult thing for me to describe, but it stands up, it flattens out, and it feels like it's coming downhill towards us a little bit. So if you want this water to lie down, it needs to go in a big to small. It's the same with trails, it's the same with paths, it's the same with flowers that are growing in lines. It's the same with everything. So I'm going to say fantastic job. Really, they're really nice. You got some good brushwork going on, some beautiful, like different emotions and like feelings, but we're going to work with you. If I'm not being too rude, is big shapes and simpler values. Because right now, as beautiful as this is and as colorful it is, and it looks like a sweater or a sweater, I would love to have these colors on a sweater. Really bring it. It'd really bring out my eyes, my bloodshot eyes. But I mean, the colors are gorgeous. So you've got like all the elements in different pieces. So we're just gonna take a step back and simplify, and then we'll take that jump forward together. And I think you have, like, again, all of the ideas, but you're trying to do all of them all the time.
probably. I don't know. I don't really think when I paint very much, so
That would be
unless
nice.
you're in the family, Heidi. Yeah, we're related. I just need to be happy or sad or something.
Well, good. And truthfully, like I talk about this a lot with, my students and stuff. It's like, if you don't care to sell them and you're just here to have fun because painting makes, is fun for you, the last thing I ever want to do is take that away. I never want to make it overly academic or over, you know what I mean? So all I'm going to do is offer up ideas and thoughts. Do with them as you will.
No, I want to progress for sure. I'd like to. I don't care about selling anything, but I'd like my paintings to get better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to simplify a little bit, and we're going to work on perspective for a little bit. And once you get that, I mean, again, I think we all kind of gasped when we saw this. Like, these are beautiful colors.
Yes.
Like the harmony in this, like it just looks like it's alpaca wool. Like just beautiful. Like when you walk into a shop that sells beautiful yarns, like the colors are beautiful. But how do we put that together to make it make sense?
They've got lots of energy, haven't they?
It does
They
have a lot
really
of
do, yeah.
energy.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I guess I would appreciate any other feedback because I feel like I'm being mean.
Well, for me, they're very abstract, and I kind of like that feel. Is that what we're going for?
Yeah, I definitely lean towards abstract.
Mm-hmm.
I struggle with not then getting tied to my reference, but I'd rather be on the abstract side, not maybe not as much as Alicia, but definitely going down that road.
Yeah, I think you are close. I think it's a couple minor things. Like if we had more time, what I would do is take this into Photoshop. Actually, I would take either one of these two into Photoshop and just showed you if I just took this light and blew it up so that it took up twice as much space, all of a sudden this image would just lay down and it'd feel like we're in a field versus looking up a hill, looking up at a waterfall. Like right now, I almost want rocks and some rapids. And that's just perspective. That's, yeah, it's not easy, but it's also just a minor change, a minor shift. And you'd be like, oh yeah, totally. I feel that now. All right. We have really gone over. All right, Lisa, sorry, are you still here?
Linda, that's
Linda,
me.
sorry, Linda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Love it, Linda. So
Those are beautiful.
Thank
very
you.
nice. The colors.
Stunning.
Oof.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, tell us a little about what you got going on here. These are really interesting.
Well, I was just taking the homework assignment and trying to come up with 3 images that I thought would convey the different types of contrast. Uh,
How big are they?
They're 4x6. I just did them all on one canvas. It's behind me, but on the easel. So I just drew out 4x6 rectangles on a canvas and then use some vague references that I have from my past. The one on the left with 10X campground up in Arizona. The middle one was just imaginary. I saw this news article about a pollen haboob, which happened a couple of years ago in North Carolina. We're just getting into pollen season here. Fine pollen. And I tried to imagine what that would look like from the ground.
Yeah, I was curious if that was a tree.
No, it's a cloud of pollen.
Oh, and yes, I know how that feels.
Yeah. I have never experienced that.
Well, no, I had never heard about it, but I saw a news article about it. And what happened is a thunderstorm was building nearby, near this area. We have some vast pine forests in this part of the country. And a thunderstorm built up, and then there were these winds that just picked up the pollen. And I have an over the like a drone eye view of it, and it shows this. This just looks just like a haboob wood in the desert, except it was pollen. Wonderful.
Amazing.
My
So
daughter lives in
weird, yeah.
Atlanta
It
and
reminds
everything
me of
turns yellow.
like the ghost from Ghostbusters.
Yeah. There you go. Well, I had
Yeah,
fun.
that's really interesting. I really very much like all 3 of them. Like they're very interesting. And what's fun too for me is going, okay, I know dark against light. Like that's 70% of your painting style.
Yeah.
And then dark or large versus small shapes, but also warm versus cool. And then contrasting colors. That's something I don't know if we've seen too much from you.
No, I
Really
don't. I don't
Yeah.
count because I'm working more in that tonalist
Right.
genre. So I don't break out the bright colors. Now these are acrylics, and I find when I work in acrylics, I do tend to work brighter. My colors are not as muted and not as tonal. This
And are
is
you still doing like an earthy underpainting on these or just the left one? I can kind of feel it through here.
I don't think I mean I built it when I do acrylics, because I just kind of noodle around and I'll do a lot of layers. And when I want to get blending done, it's because I'm doing lots and lots of layers. So, you know, underpainting in that regard, just building up layers so that I can get gradients.
Very
And
cool. I mean, they're all beautiful and they're all weird. I mean,
They're
this
all
this one's weird.
Yeah,
They're
that's
all
weird.
beautiful. This one's weird.
Yeah, it is.
But I mean,
I had fun. So
yeah, exactly. So
I don't think I ever would do a big painting of it, although I don't know. I mean, just for myself.
you can never
The
have
one on the
too
left.
many haboobs, is what I
Yeah.
always say.
Yeah. The one on the left, I'd scale that up. I liked how that turned out.
Yeah, no, either of them,
Gorgeous.
both the end ones.
Yeah.
But this is the one we meant to talk about.
That's
Oh, amazing.
Wow.
yeah, that is an amazing painting. It's beautiful.
How big is
So,
that?
That's
yeah,
an
I'm gonna
8 by 8.
8 by 8,
Wow.
8 inches by 8 inches.
That is correct.
Oh my God. It looks like a huge painting.
It does.
Yeah.
It looks at least by like a 12 by 12 or something like
I
that.
think you should make it a huge painting.
It
Yeah.
would scale up for sure.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
All right, let's quickly praise and discuss why it would make a good one is because of this angle, right? This movement.
Yes.
You see that Z or X or no Z formation? Beautiful. And what I really, really, really like about this, and this is a little bit different for you, and
So
is the lighter darks.
yes. Yeah,
Is
it's
these-
not. It's tonal. Again, it was in talking about value keys.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely a different value.
This would be I hate to keep interrupting you, but I'm excited.
That's okay. That's all right.
Is what I was talking about in the foreground, we have a full that let's just go from this bush down, and we have a full value range, right? It's very light, very dark, not everything in between. And then as we go back, we start to lose values. And then we lose more values. And that's something that helps to simplify and to help space to recede and fall back. And nicely played. And I'm going to say one more nice thing and then it's over.
And start to.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to dig into this. No, but the earth colors are just so subtle, but at the same time, electric and alive. I think this would be something I would be really, really happy to have done. Is it's got that impressionistic bouncing off of colors and optical color mixing, but you kept it so subtle. Like everything is just earthy and wonderful.
Fabulous.
We're just talking about I would love a sweater made of these colors. And I could look in this area and that'd be a beautiful, rug, sweater. This would be a beautiful rug, sweat, all of it. And so nice job.
Thank you.
I think about interior designers because I work with them, when I'm working on projects for hotels or hospitals or whatever else. And you want a harmony, but you don't want it to be boring.
This is oil?
No, this is acrylic. I did so I started this particular composition in the previous class. I think I mentioned that in my description, and then what happened is I got as far as an oil wipe away. And then my daughter came in the studio and said, I want that.
I would
so
say that
did you
too.
say too bad? I already gave it to Mike.
And so it's going to remain a wipe away. And so what I did is I had done all the work on, drawing and designing and getting the composition. I wanted to take a painting to completion. And so I did it in acrylic. This is acrylic.
It's really nice.
Because it's just faster. I'm starting to get more comfortable. I used to do acrylic years and years ago, and that was what I did for a long time. And then I've slowly been regaining the skills to use it. And I think I've probably remembered most of what I had discovered in the past.
To get that sky in acrylics is very competent.
Yeah.
And it's not
Well, that's
bright,
what I used to do too. I had really gained a skill with scumbling layers. And I think Eloise talks about this too, her technique. And that's scumbled layers, a lot of them.
Just beautiful.
But the
It
thing
really
about
is.
acrylics is you don't lose the luminosity if you're putting on a lot of layers, right? If you want to regain luminosity, you're just bringing back your lighter tones, your lighter values, and that's kind of another amazing thing about acrylics that I don't see in oils as much. I think you have a limit on when you do oil layers, to me anyway. Maybe it's just incompetence, but
It's inspiring.
I don't think so. That's really beautiful.
thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah, I keep changing my mind. What's my favorite part, like aspect of it? And it's this minute right now is about this blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this blue gray
Yeah.
that keeps showing up even in the foreground.
Mm.
And
Mm.
yeah, it really holds together. Like
Yeah.
I'm glad we got a chance to talk about.
Oh,
Golly,
thank
I got
you.
hiccups. Yeah, nicely done.
Your daughter has a good eye.
Yeah.
Well, she wanted the tonal underpainting that. You just no, I don't want that one. I want the tonal underpainting.
Is this the reference?
There's two that I built it from two references, so they're both there.
Ooh, that is nice. That's beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah, a wonderful golly, excuse me. Beautiful like design of the lights and the darks. But what you did,
and then
and
there's
what difference?
yeah.
And then you brought it into this, and it feels like we're in the foothills of Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've ever been there, but
Right, no, it did. That is like the foot. I have been there. It is like the foothills. It's also like Western New Mexico, which is actually where one of those references is from. So there's a lot of, foothills, almost desert region that reflects. I guess California too. There's parts of California.
Sure, yeah, no, it could be anywhere. It could be Oregon. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, it's
and
gorgeous.
I'm trying to make some paintings hard to guess where they're from.
Which is something like as me selling in galleries, all over the place is I need everybody to go, oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
No matter what part of the golly, I got bad hiccups. Whatever part of the world they're in or country.
Beautiful.
So punchy, so colorful and beautiful.
Beautiful.
It certainly is. And I like the leaves on the trees.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say first too, is Nyla did not just do leaf, 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 but she gathered them, put them together. And then as we get to the parts of it where a detail is important, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to have you guys talk until I get a big glass of water. Really nice, and your values are holding together. It looks a little, excuse me, a little bit crooked, but I understand it's a hill going up.
Right, it's a road that goes up over there. This is Cade's Cove last fall.
Yeah, we talked about whether or not she should make that flat. And it's not flat.
No.
So why make it flat?
Exactly. And flat's easy. Like flat's a cop out. And I do it all the time. And it truly is. I mean, I so many of my favorite walks and hikes are on these like on hillsides, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're difficult to paint. You did a really good job of making it feel that way.
Thank you.
But yeah, your texture and your leaves.
Amazing.
That tree line in the background is gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's not, at least for me, not easy to do light colored trees with a shadow and a light side against dark colored trees. Gosh.
Drunk again.
Evidently, yeah. Whew.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's strange. It's broken. Like the painting is broken. Super light, super darks, super contrast, super detail to, all the different things, but it holds together really, really well. And I know I've already said this a couple times today, but the thumbnail is beautiful. So anybody else want to talk?
I have a question.
the horizon line has to be straight all the time, or it depends on the picture?
Are we talking about the horizon line?
Mhm.
No, they definitely do not need to be straight.
Oh,
And if you can make it make sense and make it feel like we understand that this is a hillside,
Mm.
which is, again, not easy, which I think Nyla's done such a good job of it.
yeah.
I wonder about the pathway as it gets into the back. Where am I talking about?
Right here, where I'm pointing.
Now down below, yes, where it first enters the yellow, I wonder if it could wander more. It almost looks like it's rearing up to me.
Right. And what I would do is lose it, let it disappear, reappear a little more, make it, this is that kind of where we have to trust the viewer.
Yeah.
To fill it in. Right now, Nyla just went, there's a path.
Just pouring some
You
grass.
forget there's still a path. Oh, wait, now there's a path. So we don't need that much information, Nyla. You can let it dissipate and, and it'll make it a lot.
You can have the grasses coming up a little higher, a couple places, that's all it would take.
And this is really dark.
Yeah, that could be later.
So that's wanting to, I think what you said is rear up and come back towards us almost like a snake. And it's true, like we just don't need that. That could be a pale gray or some of the reds in here, and very subtle, and again, disappear, reappear. Yeah. I think with about 30 more minutes of work, this painting could be really sound. I would also like there to be a little more of a transition between these lights and darks. Right now, it feels like the green is in shadow, and then all of a sudden we step into light. But
you're on a little hill, Nyla, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
that tree's on a little hill.
Yeah, and cool it down a little bit. And warm darks, brown darks are really difficult, but I think you can totally do it. I really like it. I think, and this mountain back here really falling back into space, and like it has an airiness. Yeah, I think with a couple more brush strokes and a couple more transitions and warms and cools, that this is one of your better recent paintings.
I love those cloud shapes.
I agree.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah, nice sky.
Yeah. Thanks, Nyla.
Thank you.
Ooh, very moody.
Nice.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about this by Jay. It feels like it's almost again like fire season, or has that overcast atmosphere that's really beautiful and warm.
Can you hear? Oh yeah, my mouth is working. It hasn't been working the whole morning.
Oh.
Well, that's quiet. But anyway,
yeah, that's why,
the picture I took, like the sky is a little more peachy, actually.
Oh yeah. Oof. Yeah, beautiful.
A picture in India, a park in India. I didn't make it. It came from the Facebook page, reference picture for artists. And I try to work a little bit with soft edges and sharp edges, and the light and the dark, and also a little bit with color difference, like the greenish against the peachy. So try to make the contrast in that way. And I used open acrylic, which I haven't used for like ages. And I found it really difficult after using oil to get back into them, but felt like pushing myself a little bit there.
Sorry, I had to get a glass of water. I could hear you the whole time, but I had to get some water.
That's okay. So yeah, it's
It's a beautiful reference. I love the design.
Yeah.
It's a X pattern,
Mm-hmm.
which is really nice. So let's go back to yours. Okay, so this is something that's really difficult to do in light and atmosphere, is where we want to put the color in the sky, right? We see this transition between but we have to remember values. So if I turn this into a black and white, it's just getting lighter as it goes towards here, where yours gets darker.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Your sun is a little bit infected.
Yeah.
Infected.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean? Like it looks like a pimple.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
not, it's fine because you've set yourself as a reminder and a space holder, but you just need to get in here and get towards the warm. So who said that earlier? I think Linda Morgan O'Connor said that earlier when I was showing you the warm versus the cool photo reference. It was the same exact picture. I just warmed it up. And that we read lights differently, and we read the area around the sun or the warmth differently. And it is one of the most difficult things that I think we as painters have to do is figure out when there's warmth, what is happening to the value. And you said, okay, I know there's a sun, so that means the area around it's warm. But it doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
But I feel like you need to have that color up there somewhere.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to do that. I'm gonna give that a try. It's also way lighter on the edges of the yellow on the reference picture.
Yeah.
Like it almost goes from like light sun to yellow, and then it gets white again a little bit more before it gets into the peachy color in the reference.
So may I ask a question? Do you ever turn your references to black and white when you're working?
I do.
Okay. Yeah. So that will help figure out a lot of these things, because like you painted the hills blue gray, but you made them really light, and then you made the light around the sun dark. So if we took and compared them both, and this is again what I do all the time, is I look at my reference in black and white, and then I'll, as my painting's progressing. In fact, what I did last night on the big painting was the exact same thing, and then I look at it in black and white, and then that helps me to go, okay, I've over lightened areas, I've over darkened areas. I've made the fact that I want this color around the sun to be warm, but now it's too hot. Again, like I feel like it's inflamed. You know, maybe that's my Dr. Dad, you know, but
you take a
these
photo
hills
of
have become too light in value, but the color's great. But does that make sense, Gail? I feel like this is a conversation we had about a year ago about one of your paintings, is like, how do we play up the warmth and the cool, but also the light and the dark, and what does that mean?
Yeah. And I think, you know, if you're going to do, are you doing this in acrylic or oil, or what are you doing?
Open acrylics.
Open acrylic. Okay. Because I was going to suggest glazing so that there's a little bit of that warmth on the edges of those mountains.
Right.
Just kiss it almost with a little bit of that warmth. But I have no idea how to do a gradation in acrylics. That's a Linda question.
I just feel like you don't want to lose that color altogether, because it feels like it's so complementary.
Well, then the gradient needs to be darker on the outside and lighter on the inside.
Right.
It's the inverse of what it should be.
Right.
Yeah, because if you think about it, you can't look at the sun because it's so very light around. It's so bright and so white around it. But when it's so light and bright, ironically, then a lot of times it does warm up the surfaces that it's striking. So it would make sense that that color would go maybe on the edges of the trees or the tips of the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you took those reds and brought them along here and a less
Those
so
kids,
here,
yeah.
but a little bit there. Yeah.
And the reflection you have in the water there is beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what you need to just kind of touch the edges of the trees and the edges of
Yeah.
just the edges of those hills.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would also like to praise you, just like I did with Nyla, that your painting before had all that fine detail with the branches and everything.
Mm.
But here you've simplified, made them into big
And
shapes.
it's beautiful.
And then, yeah, and this
Looks
feels
very
so
natural.
much better and
Very
cohesive.
nice.
So, yeah,
And your rocks along
again,
the side of the
I'm just
river
gonna-
are beautiful.
yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing as I said to Nyla, is about 20 more minutes, 30 more minutes. Fix your hills to make them a little darker, not cooler, I mean, whatever, but you can do whatever color. And then, yeah, towards the sun, it's not going to be the darkest point.
Okay.
Like
Right.
if we just took this whole area out of it, it would feel much more cohesive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like paint what you see, not what you think. Like painting the value instead of
Man.
the thing.
How did I just spend 10 minutes not thinking of that? Yeah, that's so good. Exactly right.
See, I should not paint longer.
Oh.
But yeah, you see how it's lighter? It's more, it's higher chroma. That's almost pure yellow, or a pure yellow. But you read that somehow as
It's orange. Like I think what I did, I didn't have it at first, and then I put some Indian yellow, and then it made it all orange, bright orange. And
Yeah.
I think I should do that again.
Yeah, I would just paint the sky out, or pick a color and then redo your sun. Yeah. Great job. I mean, it's, again, that's what's a bummer, is like all of the rest of it is so nice.
That's beautiful.
But then we just focus on
Very
that
nice.
part, right? Like,
Yeah, and it was a last minute decision, and it's like, okay, that was wrong.
no, but we're all learning. We all appreciate that. So thank you so much. And Regina has a new one.
Whoa, Virginia, that looks like
Whoa.
Wow.
It's too saturated.
It's what?
It is too saturated colors, I said.
I would just desaturate your greens. I think the sky really could work. I think if you just kind of came in with some cool dark reds across the top, they would all of a sudden just lay down. But yeah, right now these greens are fighting with all the other colors.
Okay.
The green back or something. That's beautiful.
It really is. I mean, that sky is so dynamic. Wow. But your light is a little bit on the cool side over here. So just glaze into that with a bit of yellow. We could ignore it. We can get rid of it and just make it as, colorful as this. And then I would just darken and make the green so it's not fighting. The green is really beautiful, but it makes me want to look at here, not here.
Oh, okay. So make it some little warmer, right?
I would darken and warm it, and just you can bring some of that green on top, like just let little bits of it, but
okay.
Yeah. Right now it's so much. It's everything. This is like,
it's bright sunshiny green
right.
on an overcast sunset.
Yeah. And it's like too many instruments all playing at the same time. It's difficult to listen to what it's trying to say.
It's the warm-up music beforehand.
Yeah, it's like the whole orchestra is playing at full blast. Easy fix.
Okay. Thank you.
For you
I
to
told the other ones you need 20 minutes, you need 2 to 3 minutes. Yellow this down, darken these greens up, and yeah, it's a beautiful painting. Your sky is
It's very
ridiculous.
pretty.
Really amazing. Yeah.
That yellow's hard to achieve.
Yeah. Yeah, great job, you guys. Oh, here's the reference. Okay, yeah. Well, except for I can't zoom in. But look how dark the green
Wow.
is, Regini.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it becomes about this area, and then your eye travels and it's traveling the sky.
Mhm.
But it's not being fought with right here. And again, I apologize, I can't blow this up. There is green, but we barely.
Be that, yeah.
Yeah, whereas yours is
Too much green.
electric green.
Mhm.
And
Gorgeous.
did you ever get a chance to touch this one up?
No, I had to work on that. I'll do that.
All right, cool. We'll talk about it next time then.
Thank
Okay,
you.
well, 1 hour long.
Doesn't matter. It was wonderful.
No, you guys are fantastic. It's so hard. I always say we're just going to look at 2 or 3 of you guys' work, and then I just get sucked in, and then I'll go downstairs, and my wife will like, "Weren't you supposed to walk the dog?"
Well, I
But
think
you guys are
just blame it on
fantastic. I had so much fun today. Thank you for letting me take a step back and dealing with value keys so that next week we can deal with color keys and temperature keys. And yeah, this has been a blast. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate you challenging yourselves, and yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun.
Been
Looks like
fantastic.
Sandy wants to say something. I can see your mouth moving.
Homework. Homework is the black and whites,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
or Payne's gray and whites.
Well, yeah, whatever you guys choose to do.
Whatever color.
And yeah, and it doesn't have to be the same designs that I did, but if you'd like to, feel free. I think it'd be a ton of fun to have a bunch of us, and it'd be great if Alicia did it and made it like more abstract or whatever you guys want to do. Just make it your own. Have fun with it.
Use
Sounds
color?
good.
Are we going to use color with oils or acrylics?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Whatever you want to do. No, I'm
Okay.
not going to tell you, and I'm even hardly going to tell you what colors to use. I will share with you my split primary palette, but this is just we're working slowly towards building our own palette, our own colors that we want to use. I have my reasons for using a split primary palette. I think it gives me the biggest spectrum to choose from, the biggest amount of colors, but at the same time, like I could just use purple and yellow next week, and I bet you I can make something that I'm pretty happy with. So I will teach it with my split primary palette because that's feels like I'm teaching. But the truth is, yeah, we could have, I want everybody to make the next painting their own. But this week it is about values, lights, darks, whether you do it in black and white or burnt umber and blue, whatever you do, it's fine. But yeah, the homework is, and something maybe a little bit simpler for some of you. I think a couple of us are jumping over our skis. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but leaning over our skis. We're getting a little bit too complicated in our scenery. Whereas when we're experimenting, when we're trying new things, simple is better. And then we'll get the tools to do the full craziness that we want to do.
Sounds good.
You got
Thank
it.
you. This is awesome.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much. It's fantastic.
Always fun. I always look forward to it. And you guys are amazing. And thank you so much. And videos will be posted later this afternoon or early tomorrow. Hope to see some of you tomorrow for Thursday. Yeah. Any last questions?
Nope.
Okie doke.
Thanks a bunch.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye. Bye.